PR has tried, but I'm not going to sit here and give some politically correct, Every day I wake up and see the news and I'm horrified. Some people might make it seem like, or make it sound like it's acceptable. The murder of civilians is acceptable. I read the news and sometimes I'm asking very deep questions about my own life. But, I'm conscious also that saying everything, that's on my mind would have a cost that's too great for me right now.
Is that kind of a big factor in this, that people have that fear that if they speak openly about an injustice they see, there can be repercussions?
Oh, for sure. I know I'm a foreigner. I live in this country. And I am concerned.
One of the problems when you're a professional athlete and you unnecessarily involve yourself with the disease of politics, once you're infected with the disease, it doesn't just go away. People don't just magically forget what you said. These comments from Victor Wembanyama, they were made back in January. I wake up in the morning and I'm scared. Those evil ICE agents are using surveillance to find people like me. They don't want me here. I don't know what to do. All I can do is cry. Ah! Over the last 10 years, the NBA has been brutally criticized, and rightfully so, for presenting a substandard product. Star players missing games over a boodle contusion, which is just the medical term for a bruised caboose. The All-Star game has become an annual embarrassment. The regular season has been treated like it doesn't matter. Fans pay hundreds of dollars for tickets to see Kawhi Leonard sitting comfortably on the bench. And that's if Kawhi Leonard even bothers to show up at all. Oftentimes, all it takes is one player to make a change. And there is no denying the fact that Victor Wembanyama is changing the mentality in the NBA. The 2026 All-Star game was the most competitive that we have seen in years. Why? Because Wemby made it known that he was coming to compete. That energy is contagious. Hell, this dude got Kawhi Leonard to show up and show out at the All-Star game. There have been times when Kawhi Leonard couldn't even be bothered to show up for the playoffs. But the competitive energy of a 22-year-old kid had Kawhi Leonard putting on a show. In a lot of ways, Victor Wembanyama is exactly what the NBA needs. Physically, we have never seen anyone like him. On the court, he looks like he is from another planet. He's 700 feet tall. He can move like a guard. He can shoot threes, although I think he shoots too many threes at times. But unlike the WWE Thunder, Wemby and the Spurs, they're a likable team. But more importantly, you can tell that Wemby wants it. He's got that killer instinct that we saw in Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Uncle KC, what about LeBron James? At 22 years old, Wemby could be the next face of the NBA, and he could be the face of the league for the next 10 years, which can be both good and bad for the league. Question is, which path will Wemby take? Will he take the Jordan and Kobe path where he rejects the disease of politics and elevates the league? Or will he take the path that was created by LeBron James and embrace the woke wiener, embrace mythical racism, disrespect the country and the military who was responsible for giving him the opportunity to make millions of dollars and compete for an NBA championship? According to some in conservative media, Wemby chose his path last night. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. So going into the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Sugar Mountain Trading. Glenn is one of my longtime viewers. He's been watching me here on the channel for years. Several months ago, he strained his shoulder while picking up his dog to take her outside. He thought the pain would go away, but weeks later, Glenn still dealing with shoulder pain. Over-the-counter meds were doing nothing for his pain. Like most of my daily viewers, Glenn had been hearing me talk about the efficiency of the CBD from Sugar Mountain Trading for almost 2 years now. So, a few weeks ago, he orders his first bottle of CBD from Sugar Mountain. He applied the lotion to his shoulder. Several minutes later, Glenn's pain gone. I have got countless stories from viewers, friends, family. They all tell me the same thing. They cannot believe this stuff actually works. There is a reason Sugar Mountain Trading has been with me here on the channel for close to 2 years now. My audience keeps buying their CBD because Sugar Mountain Trading is the real deal. With Father's Day coming up, I cannot think of a better gift for Dad. If your dad is anything like mine, he likes to keep moving. He likes to remain active, but at 75 years old, dealing with pain can prevent him from staying active. I can't think of a better gift than alleviating Dad's pain with the CBD from Sugar Mountain Trading. All CBD products offered at Sugar Mountain Trading, 100% natural, 100% free of THC. So click the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Use the Father's Day promo code BTLDAD, BTLDAD. Receive 30% off your first purchase with Sugar Mountain Trading. Last night was Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Now, from the NBA's perspective, you could not ask for a better series. For starters, the most hated team in the league, the team with go-away heat, the most valuable pretender that America has told to get off my TV. Fortunately for the NBA, the WWE Thunder did not advance to the NBA Finals. The Knicks, the biggest market in America, they're in the finals for the first time in over 25 years. The Spurs, a young team filled with likable players, and potentially the next face of the league. From a marketing perspective, from a ratings perspective, this is exactly what the NBA wants. What they don't want is any non-basketball related controversy or a political controversy that could divide the audience and give millions of people a reason not to watch. This is the narrative right now throughout conservative media or conservative Twitter. They are claiming that the San Antonio Spurs, except a couple of players, disrespected the national anthem last night. And they're mainly talking about Wemby. I'll show you the clip and let you decide. Watch for yourself.
Through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
I have been to a lot of professional sporting events. I've been to everything but the Super Bowl and the NFL. I've been to a lot of games in the NBA playoffs. I have seen a lot of performances of the national anthem. Some people place their hands over their heart. Some people fold their hands in front or back. Some people bow their heads. There are a variety of ways that people can show their respect for our military and our country. So, this narrative that the entire Spurs roster, outside of a couple of players, disrespected the national anthem, me personally, I think that narrative is false. However, whether it was intentional or not, I can see how Wemby crossing his arms can be perceived as disrespectful. Is it as disrespectful as LeBron James kneeling for the national anthem? Obviously not. But there's no denying the fact that Wemby could have and should have been more respectful during the national anthem. To me, There are two important pieces of context here. Number one, Wemby is 22 years old and he's from France and he's only been in America for 2 or 3 years. Uncle Casey, 3 years is more than enough time to learn American customs. Yeah, I agree. But you got to remember who is teaching Wemby, which leads to number two. His mentor is Greg Popovich. Now, from a basketball perspective, you couldn't ask for a better mentor. But in terms of respecting America, in terms of giving a young foreign kid a positive view of America, Grumpy Greg is the absolute worst mentor you can have. I mean, this is the same grump that was complaining a couple of years ago about kids being out of school for Columbus Day. Why are we celebrating Chris Columbus? That man was evil. He confiscated land from the Guardians. He was mean to Squanto. Why are we celebrating racism from 400 years ago? I'm willing to give Wemby the benefit of the doubt once, but if I'm Adam Silver, I'm calling Wemby today and telling him, show some respect. Because you don't want to give people a reason not to watch. Right now, the NBA is making a comeback. Playoff ratings are the highest they have been in decades. Uncle KC, the NBA is lying about their ratings. They're polishing the turd. Their ratings are being artificially boosted. Yeah, well, everyone's ratings are being boosted because of Nielsen's new rating system. Damn near every show on TV is benefiting from Nielsen's new system, except, of course, Stephen A. Smith and First Take. They are one of the only shows not showing growth. But either way, the numbers are the numbers. I can only go off of what Nielsen is reporting. The point is, you don't want to give any people any reason not to watch. No one has forgotten what happened 6 years ago. No one has forgotten about the NBA embracing mythical racism. No one has forgotten about NBA players refusing to play because Jacob Blake was shot by police while wielding a knife. No one has forgotten about LeBron James and a lot of players in this league kneeling for the national anthem. It has taken the NBA almost 6 years to recover. You don't want to make the same mistake. I hope last night was a misunderstanding. I hope Wemby wasn't intentionally being disrespectful. Now, would I be surprised if it was intentional? No. He's already made comments about ICE. He's being mentored by Captain Un-America. But if you're Adam Silver, you have got to get this under control. You have a series with the potential to deliver the highest ratings for the NBA Finals in years. More importantly, you have casual fans who are finally willing to watch. You can't give them any reason not to. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later.